roots are going horizontal. That's what they're talking about. That's crazy. Huh. It's true.
I guess I can start. I'm Del Fike with the Grace Master Group. Vince McCoy is helping us, an integral part of the Grace Master Group now on consulting, cover crops, things like that. I kind of stick to the livestock side, especially to the cattle genetics, things like that, but all based around soil health. So we got to get the soil right, so we get those plants, healthier, so we get these animals healthier, so, our food supply is healthier, but it's all really based on the profitability. We got to keep you guys in business, and we got to keep improving and, really staying up with, increased expenses, everything like that. Mm-hmm. So every time we go to consult, it's really a low input. Let's see what we got. Let's see, maybe we look at it in a different way than what you guys are looking at it here. Most likely you guys are probably doing a lot of things right already, and we can tweak those. But the cool thing about you guys having us is a lot of people think they can do it all and they're the experts, and it's really, sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees if you're there all the time. And I even have people come to my place from time to time and say, you could do this different or that different. So that's kind of a long introduction, but Vance can kind of talk on his expertise.
Yeah, I guess for me the Grace Master Group tagline is, balancing nature and profitability. And there's definitely a balance there. And I've made some mistakes going over that balance to the nature side or the profitability side. And I'm looking really forward to helping people to balance that. And so my strengths are, I run a cover crop business, so I've really studied a lot of what it takes to build soil health through cover crops. Grazing is also a big part of what I like to see people do. I don't lean so heavily towards that anymore because now I'm all crop. I used to have cattle and run cattle, so I understand it, but it's not where my passion's at right now because I have two sons that neither one were really interested in the livestock side, so I'm moving towards the direction that I think will be the sustainable side of my farm. Mm-hmm. And so if they're not at all interested in the livestock, but I do really understand it, and I think it is a huge part of where we need to go to build soil health. You got to integrate livestock.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah.
But, what kind of treated beans, non-treated beans?
Yeah, I'm using Pioneer treated, and I don't even really know what value that treatment gives me. But
I would highly recommend to skip the treatment on beans.
Yeah.
For soil health.
Yeah.
Because that's a fungicide. A lot of people say, well, I haven't used a fungicide and yada, yada, yada. Well, do you treat your soybeans?
Yeah.
And
I think I would concur with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can I've actually seen where you can do yourself some damage as far as, so my son planted some for me and mine were all non-treated. I've never had a treated soybean hardly, and his were all treated, double inoculated. Mm-hmm. And so he drilled mine, and then he goes and drills his. And he called me one day and he said, "Dad, these beans just don't look very good." Mm-hmm. And so first thing I do is walk out there with a spade and I dig one up. And, well, you have 0 nodules. I mean, the beans are this tall and you don't have any nodules yet. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, so his bean, they were blooming. Mm-hmm. So his beans had a purple bloom, and the variety I had a white bloom. I'm like, well, there's some of mine. Mm-hmm. I go dig them up and I had nodules. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's...
And to me, it was that seed treatment. Mm-hmm. It was that, or when they told him they double inoculated his beans, they didn't need an inoculant. But
yeah, sure.
I really feel like they at least got one inoculation.
Yeah, sure.
If you want to go and try some conventional, hybrid 85 is going to be as cheap as you can find with this. I mean, good results. Our test plot that looked like it was going to be dead last year, I think that averaged 116.
Really?
So I thought it was really good. It got not quite 4 inches rain on it.
Yeah.
So, there's outside cover crops for since '99. It's probably had cover crops all but 5 years.
I had a rake just like this. And it's cold yet.
So can you tell me what you're looking for?
So I look for a lot of different things, but so I'm trying to, the soil will tell you a bit of history, and like when I dug it up first, I was noticing it's getting some separations, like some striations here in the soil, which is a good thing in the process. I mean, it's starting to go the right way, but we still have some levels of slight compaction in it. The color is, yeah, it's really good. There's some activity, earthworm activity, which would be a really good sign.
Yeah.
It's kind of cold, so they're probably down pretty deep. Oh, there you go. So I looked at two on the surface just to see if you can see any worm castings, which there are. So just pull back the residue a little bit and just see if you can find them. So you can see there's evidence of an earthworm there. This, you know, the slick stuff coming out of the earthworm, all the nutrients. Cold as that ground is, I mean that's a pretty good sign. I've noticed that, yeah, this one's actually a really good speed. Yes. So what he's saying, so a lot of times, I'm not seeing it here, but a lot of times you can verify that hard pan by your roots will be going sideways. Yep, they hit it and go sideways. And it's not a matter that that's so hard there. It's a matter of it's just hard enough where that's everything above there has oxygen. Everything below there will be anaerobic. And so it's hard, the roots can't penetrate it, but also everything below there has anaerobic, it's like alcohol. Everything that root doesn't like, so it'll start going every inch direction. This one, so you start losing that resiliency to drought. If you can get that anaerobic
So when the roots are going horizontal, that's bad. Because that means they're trying to go away from the stuff they don't like. Okay. So the roots are going horizontal, that's what they're talking about. That's crazy. Huh. It's true.
That's a government job for them to count earthworms. This was a great spadeful, guys. Yeah, absolutely. Every place. I don't really know what I really learned anything from it. This one might have more of a tap root. So,
But your nutrient feeding and stuff is going on here.
yep.
Tap root is.
Okay.
And I mean, this has got great